So guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are well. So guys, May is approaching very, very fast. We're nearly at the end of April. No, sorry, end of March. And we've got a month away now from Canelo Bivol. There's people trying to jeopardize or people trying to say that the fight shouldn't happen. Don King has come out and said the fight, between Canelo and Bivol shouldn't happen. He talked about, all the situations, we know what's going off in the world. And I actually think that probably Don King has an invested interest in saying that, because he'd probably want Canelo to fight Makabu or someone, which probably is a possibility, because we all know that Don King promotes Makabu. So that's a fight that probably could happen down the road. I think in December they're talking that's a potential option for Canelo Alvarez. So you can understand why Don King would want this fight not to happen, because he's got a fighter that potentially could fight Canelo Alvarez. So Don King is saying, oh, Canelo should do it for the freedom and all of that stuff. Is Don King being sincere? Does he have a invested interest in saying what he's saying? Only he knows that. But what do you guys make of Don King's comments? Do you think that this fight should go ahead? I personally think, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's a great fight. It's a very, very good fight it's going to be a very good fight to watch. I'm looking forward to it. I am. Guys, I ain't going to lie. I am looking forward to the fight. I can't wait. I think it's going to be a cracker. I really hope that it doesn't get cancelled or, things don't. I don't think it will. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a crackerjack of a fight. I do. So I can't wait, man. I can't wait for it. So I'd be a bit disappointed, especially if the replacement is someone like Makabu, which would be quite disappointing to say the least. I think a lot of fans don't really want to see the Makabu fight. I know it's an opportunity for Canelo to become a 5-division world champion, but I think a lot of people wouldn't want to see him fight Makabu. I think the interest for that fight is zero. And Don King obviously would want that fight to happen, because Don King has Makabu's his man, right? So yeah, you can see why Makabu, why Don King wants that fight to happen. Don King is somebody that back in the day was a massive promoter. And someone was talking about Don King the other day, and like, how many promoters are globally recognized? Like, I know Eddie Hearn today has got a big profile on social media, but if you say the name Don King, I think everybody knows who Don King is. And how many promoters do you know without like social media, without all of that, know who a promoter is? Like globally, like I reckon if you were to take Don King's name, right? And let's not forget he promoted guys like Mike Tyson and Muhammad Ali, which would have helped. But Don King is a global, he's a star in his own right. Don King is very well known. Like, I think for me, the most famous promoter of all time. Like, he's way bigger than Arum, Warren, Hearn, all of these guys. He's way bigger. Like, everybody knows Don King. If you say Don King, then just everybody knows who that was. That's how big. And I was actually reading an article about that. How many promoters in the history have been that famous that people know? Like, they're all basically a household name in their own right. Yeah, Hearn's got... Remember, Eddie Hearn, he's very good with social media and promoting himself. But he's got social media. Don King did it without social media. And he was brilliant. And he was brilliant at promoting fights. Only in America. Only in America. He was brilliant. Like, Don King was great. And I think he did a great job back in the day promoting these guys. I think, don't get me wrong, he had the fighters, but he was also charismatic. For me, he was basically like a much better version than Eddie Hearn. Like, honestly, in his youthful days, yeah, come on, he's old now. He's old now, so obviously he hasn't got the same influence he had back in the day. Also, the game's changed a little bit. It's become more of a young, I feel like the reason why Eddie Hearn's doing well now, because I think he can relate to the younger market better than what these older guys can. And I think that's why someone like Don King has become kind of redundant. Yeah, he's still got fighters. I know he had Stavern not so long ago, and now he has Makabu, and but he hasn't got many fighters, and not many fighters signed with Don King now. But let's not forget, this is a guy that's promoted some of the greatest fighters of all time. He's promoted Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali. He's promoted many fighters, and like I said, he's probably the only promoter that is known globally like that. He's a household name, like almost a celebrity. Everybody knows Don King. Everybody knows who Don King is. And that's testament to how good a promoter he was back in the day, and how much, how much impact he had on boxing. Because like people said, people like to give Don King a lot of stick, but Don King said that when because they said that, a reporter asked him once, they robbed him, did you rob Mike Tyson? He goes, yeah, I robbed him. Well, he came to boxing penniless, and he left boxing a multi-millionaire. And he's right. Like, you can't, these are guys that came from not much. Like, I think Muhammad Ali, who came from a middle class family, he wasn't like poor, but Mike Tyson, came from literally nothing, and Don King helped him go on to that next level. And sometimes I think people forget that. Yeah, look, I'm all for fighter getting what they deserve and all of that. But remember, some of these promoters make these fights, and yes, they have a financial gain from it. Like, Eddie Hearn has a financial gain promoting Canelo. Of course he does. But let's not make out like not with Eddie Hearn's case, but like with what Don King did for someone like Mike Tyson. Let's not make out like Don King didn't help Mike Tyson get to where he got to as well. So sometimes I think we can forget that. We can forget that Don King was also a reason why Mike Tyson got to where he got to as well. He helped promote him. He helped build that brand and build Mike Tyson up. Now, Mike Tyson wouldn't have been hard to promote because he was like a promoter's dream, really. He said all the right things. He fought he had a fan-friendly style. So Mike Tyson was a promoter's dream. But let's not forget what Don King, was back in the day. He was an unbelievable promoter. And he had, like I said, the most famous boxing promoter of all time for me. I think everybody knows Don King. You go out on the street and you were to take Don King's name, even here in the UK, I think if I was to go out and say, you know who Don King is? I think everybody would know who Don King is, especially like 30 years of age, or even 25-year-old plus. I think everybody would know who Don King is. And and Eddie Hearn's a bit like that here, but I wouldn't say Eddie Hearn is globally like that. So I think if you were to go and ask the average man in America who Eddie Hearn is, I don't think they'd know who he is. I think if you were to go and ask the average man here in the UK about Don King, I think most people would know who Don King is. And that's, like, fair enough. Don King must be massive in America. Like, I think a lot of people would know who Don King is. But if you were to go and ask people in the street of UK, yeah, they know who Eddie Hearn is, but Eddie Hearn's massive here. But in America, I don't think so much. So this is why I'm saying I think Don King is a global, he's globally recognized. And this was done without social media. This was done with all of that, without all of that. So you can imagine how big Don King was back in the day, man. Don King was a great promoter, and he did great things for the sport as well. I reckon he was one of the best actual promoters. Like, even Eddie Hearn admitted this, that Eddie Hearn said that Don King was some promoter. He was some promoter. Like, he'd go out with the American flag and promote a fight, like do it old school ways, not like social media. He promoted a fight, like when there was a fight and Don King was promoting it, you would know about it. Don King would be out there promoting a fight, and yeah, he's older now. He obviously, times have changed, times have moved on. But Don King, man, he had some influence. But in terms of this, I really hope that Canelo Bivol does go ahead. I wish that, this fight doesn't get cancelled, because I think if a Makabu fight was to happen, I think that would leave a lot of fans with bitter taste in their mouth, because I don't think a lot of people want to see the Canelo Makabu fight. I do think it's a fight that potentially might happen, if I'm honest with you, but down the line. But I wouldn't want it in replacement of Canelo Bivol. No chance, because Canelo Bivol for me is a super fight, and one that I really, really want to see badly as well. So let's hope that Canelo Canelo and Bivol does go ahead, and nothing stops that fight from happening, because it is a crackerjack fight. It's a great fight. It's one that, I think a lot of people are looking forward to, and it's one that, some of Canelo fans are afraid that he may get turned over here. So, I think this is a great matchup, and one that I think is going to bring fireworks. It's going to cause excitement, and hopefully we get a great fight. We get a great fight, and yeah, hopefully it goes ahead. But let me know what your thoughts are about what Don King said. Let me know what your thoughts were about Don King as a promoter, and how, for me, he helped grow boxing, and help promote icons of our sport. Like, for me, Don King had promoted two of the most famous boxers of all time, and that would have helped his profile as well. He promoted Mike Tyson and Muhammad Ali, who probably are the two most globally recognized boxers of all time. They're the two of the most recognized boxers that I think, again, if you were to go to any country and take Mike Tyson's name, I think they know who he is. If you to go to any country and take Muhammad Ali's name, I think without question, I think people know who that is. So I think Don King, by promoting those guys, ended up with a bigger profile. Of course, when you have guys like that, iconic boxers like that, of course your profile is going to go through the roof. But I think Don King, he knew how to promote a fight, man. Don King knew how to promote a fight. He was brilliant at it. And hence why I think he created such a great name for him. A huge name for himself as a promoter. I think he's probably the greatest promoter of all time, in terms of, not like, forget about the fights he put on and the events he did. Forget that. The ability to be able to promote a show and promote an event. I think Don King's probably the greatest of all time. I don't think there's anyone that had better ability in the history of boxing promoting than Don King. I think Don King just knew how to promote. Came naturally to him. But that's my take on it. Leave your thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.